10,000 women stand on this street daily, selling the only thing they can, their bodies. This is the oldest and largest red light district in Calcutta, India, called Sonagachi. Cheryl Trott remembers the first time she experienced it.
No, I just wanted to reach out and touch them. It was like rats. It was like there were so many women just lined up in the street, and all you could, it was these women just lined up, and it was quite overwhelming that they were waiting for customers.
Cheryl had first gone to India on a business trip, but the country so captured her heart, she soon felt God was asking her to help people there, particularly women in the sex trade. Not knowing what she could do to make a difference, she nevertheless went back 4 times to help.
Generally it's through no fault of their own. Someone has offered them a job in the city, and they go and they find themselves in the red light area. And very, very young girls, older women, but they're not there. They don't usually know that that was what they were taken there for. They might have been promised a job as, being in a domestic position, or just taken to the city, but they don't know that's where they're going.
Other young girls are kidnapped, drugged, and forced into the business. However they get there, once women are in the brothel, they can't leave.
But I think generally the women just don't want to be there, but they have nothing else they can do once they've left their family. How can you go back to your family and tell them, oh my goodness, I was in a brothel, and they just can't do that.
Cheryl found herself overwhelmed and heartbroken at the plight of these women, and on one of her trips spent 3 months working with girls rescued from the street.
So there were 14 girls there from 15 to 18, and I stayed with them and just helped as much as I could. There was a language barrier, but they wanted to be held and, just taken care of. And I really didn't know what I could do for them, but I knew that was what God was telling me to do, just to be with them and to love on them.
Although she had no experience working with women traumatized by prostitution, she says she saw God's love begin to mend broken hearts.
One young girl, she was crying, and I found the verse in Psalms where it says He collects all your tears in a bottle, or something like that. And I showed her in her Bible, which was a Hindi Bible, so we found it in mine and found it in hers, and she read it, and she was really comforted by it. And then a couple of days later, another girl was crying, and she pulled out the verse and showed them, that this was the verse. That was amazing to me. And his wife, Annie.
It was on Cheryl's last trip to India that she met a couple whose unique outreach changed the path of her life.
Kerry and Annie Hilton from New Zealand, and they have a company called Freeset, and they have women who come out of the sex trade. They aren't rescued, they choose to come out, and they make jute bags. So they wouldn't have any other job that they could have. People just wouldn't hire them, but they can come to Freeset and have a new life.
Starting in 2001 with just 20 women, Freeset has now grown to 140. The women are paid a good wage, about double what they would earn in a similar job. They're also taught to read and write in their own language, as well as some basic math to help them negotiate at the market. But the benefits don't end there.
It's more of a community. They all get along really well and take care of each other. They have a creche there, so the children are taken care of. They teach them about health care. They have a pension plan. They get paid vacation pay. They Freeset, if a woman has a loan that she can't get rid of because she can never pay it off, it's just not something that will ever happen, Freeset will go and speak to the person who's loaned them the money and help them through that and make sure that they can pay it. They teach them how to cook well, teach them how to budget their money, so they're really taken care of well.
The factory is located at the fringe of the Sonagachi red light district, so the women who come to work for them stay in the area.
Their home is there. If they vacate it, someone else might come in and take the business or start to be a prostitute and live in that area. But so they're staying in the area, and someone can't take their place, and they're also a light to the people around them. And that's how the women hear about Freeset and want to join, because they see, okay, I can do this, and there's an organization that will take me. I don't have to be ashamed of what I've done.
Cheryl was so impressed with the work Freeset was doing, she asked to become a distributor for the jute bags in Canada.
Freeset is a for-profit organization. That's how they had to set it up. And the more bags they sell, the bigger premises they can buy. But the profits, the people who are running it aren't making the money. The women are the ones who are making the money. And so we sell, Freeset has distributors throughout the world in about 10 different countries. And they have distributors in New Zealand and America, US, Germany, England, etc. We sell them for profit also. So it is a business for me, but the ultimate is that the women are making the bags.
Okay, so these are the jute bags. Tell me, why are they called jute?
That's the fiber that they're made of.
Oh, okay.
If you're purchasing a large order of 100 or more, you can design your own bag. They'll make changes to ones that they have, and obviously the printing on it can be changed. You can have your corporate logo on there, or Bible verses. Churches have done that, had a Bible verse on there and sold them as a fundraiser.
Okay, and so this is kind of like something you could do for school?
Yes,
like teenagers? Or
This is called a courier bag, and a larger one more for a male purse.
Yeah, can we call that a purse? Could that be a male purse?
That's a good idea. I'll remember that one.
From home parties to corporate fundraisers to individual sales, Cheryl has been able to help women get off the street in India by selling bags in Canada. And everyone comes with a message to remind the owner that its purpose goes far beyond its use, telling the story of Freeset and ending with, by purchasing this Freeset bag, you have become a part of the story of freedom.
Well, it's amazing to know that, you know, if we sell bags, if I can sell some bags, then the women are going to have a job and they'll stay out of trouble or out of the business, and they can be with their families. And it's not just them, it's their children. And lots of times a woman who's in the brothel, the children are with them too, and eventually they will get involved in the trade. This is stopping the cycle.
If you want to find out more about Freeset or support the work by purchasing jute bags, go to our website at crossroads.ca and click on Guest Contact Information. In Toronto, I'm Cheryl Weber for 100 Huntley Street.